Hey guys, welcome to my video. I'm going to be giving you my review of Resident Evil 2 the remake. This is more so just a tally of ups and downs, my likes and dislikes personally with the game. If you want to check out my full review, visit my channel, Legitimate Trickster, and check out the video. Otherwise, we'll get into it. So for starters, on a positive note, there are no interactive cutscenes, no real-time events, and you can actually skip the cutscenes, which is a huge bonus, especially in today's day and age where video games are almost trying to force their consumers into playing movies. But that's not what we came here to do. We came here to play video games, so give us a video game. Don't force us to appreciate the time and effort you put into the graphics and the sound effects and the character development and the blah blah blah. You know, we don't want it. Gameplay's at the core. All that other stuff is either added to the game or it takes away from the game. Plain and simple. Another positive note is the flashlight. I love what they did with it even before this Resident Evil 2 remake was a thing. Back in the horrid Resident Evil 6 era, I was like, this is what they need to do to come back. So I love that. Negative strike. Headshots don't count for shit. Alright? This playthrough is on assisted. The assisted game mode is the easiest setting in the game. When I played it on hardcore, which was my first run through, and that zombie didn't go down with the first headshot, I was like, okay, Capcom, what did you do here? You're not recreating zombies. You're remaking Resident Evil 2 zombies. And those fuckers went down with headshots. Okay, that's how you kill zombies, especially in Resident Evil 2 games. You fuckers help pave the way for that shit. And then when we finally get the chance to do it, you fucking strip us of that ability. Just like that. In an instant. Nope, can't have that. It makes the game too easy. Fuck you, Capcom. Another thing I dislike is item management. As you saw there, I picked up that key. That key's only purpose was to open that door. Now that that door has been opened with that key becomes useless and is now marked with a red check mark. Contradiction! Leon puts him down with one headshot. Bullshit. Can't do that in game. Anyways, yeah, with the items, once they've served their purpose and there's no more uses for them, it puts a red check mark in the item window, letting you know you can just freely discard it. And I don't believe you can actually discard an item before that red check mark shows up. So a common theme you're going to see here, there's two common themes. One is Resident Evil 7. Remember that. Two is that Capcom holds your delicate little infant hand through this whole game, with showing you what the objective is in the top left, to having your mini-map show you every little detail there is to know about what's in a room, if a room has been cleared, if there's still key items in the room, what the key item is, so on and so forth. Everything is spoon-fed to you, and that's not what Resident Evil is. Nothing is left to the imagination, and that is a huge, huge setback to this game. It limits the replayability. I give this game maybe 20 hours max of playability altogether. And just to give you an example, I played through hardcore once, I played through standard once, both on scenario A, and I played through standard once on scenario B, and I'm spent. I'm done with the game. It lasted a week and that's it. Because there is no finding hiding places of getting a leg up on, finding a box of ammo that you didn't know was there before, because it literally shows you everything you need to know. The mini-map, I am understating that as much as emphasis as I'm putting on it, I'm understating it. The mini-map fucking shows you everything. And what it doesn't show you, the other stuff, there's more, alright? And I'm sorry, it's kind of one-sided from here, everything goes downhill from here. The only other positive that I will note is they did a fantastic job with the police department. But here we go. So, negative mark 1. Raccoon City was just a cameo. They didn't do anything with it. They didn't put much emphasis or focus on on the city itself. Their obvious focus was the police department. Another negative strike, and I will begin to show you the things. If you played Resident Evil 7 before, you will start to notice a common theme. This game is the elements of Resident Evil 7 with the template of Resident Evil 2, but it is essentially Resident Evil 7 reincarnate. Their puzzles are just as elementary as Resident Evil 7. You don't get lost in this game because there's nothing to try and figure out. In fact, this is the main puzzle for the police departments in the first segment. And it gives you the quote-unquote answer 2 minutes in. The puzzle then becomes finding where these statues are so that you can input the codes. But you don't even need the codes because there's only 6 symbols on each one of the spindles, and there's 3 spindles. So if you took the time, you could go through all the options and get lucky like halfway through and unlock it yourself. So yeah, there's that. Another thing, dogs and liquors are honorable mentions more than anything else. When back in the day, dogs added a new element of the tank feel. You don't get that in this game. Dogs serve no threat and are absolutely not an obstacle whatsoever. They serve a very small purpose in a very short segment of the game, and they never return. It's the same in scenario A as it is scenario B. They don't come back later to, try and complicate things for you. The most complicating thing about this is trying to kill zombies. And handgun, the only thing the handgun kills effectively is dogs. Otherwise, you could empty a whole clip into a zombie's head and not kill it. And then the next zombie, you'll get lucky and you'll be 2 shots in and you'll kill it. Just shotgun, and a shotgun isn't even a guarantee. I've had a handful of zombies where it took 2 point-blank, pinpoint shotgun blasts to kill a zombie. A single zombie. Not a group of zombies together, it's a single zombie. Let's see, another setback is Leon and Claire do not cross paths more than once, I think. And in the original one, it's at least up to 4 or 5 times. I do like what they did with the costumes. I feel like they nailed Leon's police uniform. However, Claire's, I'm so sick of these fucking hentai obsessed fucking little Asian Twinkie diddling Tootsie Roll fucks who get off to this shit. We don't need to see Claire's cleavage. Why would you nail Leon's costume and then alter Claire's for cleavage? Her original costume was a turtleneck tank top. Cut off sleeves with the vest over the top. Why do we need to see her cleavage in this? That, to me, that is a huge, huge negative strike. It's just, you're trying to appeal to these squeakers, these fucking preteen jerk off to anything fuckholes, and it has no place in the Resident Evil community. Now I'm showing you here, there's a wooden plank over my shoulder there that showed up. The circle showed up, so now it's on my mini-map. I, however, did not physically see it. So if you ever get lost in the game, just look at your mini-map and Capcom will hold your hand through. They've got your back, trust me. You cannot not complete this game, and you cannot get lost. Absolutely you cannot. That is the only guarantee about this game. Another drawback is there are boss encounters that don't count as boss fights. So if you choose to go the old school Resident Evil route and use firepower, you're only setting yourself up for failure and wasting ammo. So kind of bringing it all together now, giving my overall rating of this game. As a standalone, it is a great game. They need to be done with Resident Evil. If they can't figure this shit out, like, honestly, dude, over the years, so many fucking titles, so many alternate universes of Resident Evil. Just drop it. Either get it right and stick to a formula that works, or fucking drop it. Keep the zombie element. I don't care. Just take away the name, strip it of its name, strip the characters of their names, strip the story of its background, and start over with your own fucking zombie twist. I don't care. So with this being the last thing I'm showing you, that file I just read through had all the important stuff highlighted in green. So if you ever pick up a file and you see green text, that's the only stuff you need to read in the file. You don't need to read anything else. If you pick up a file and there's only white text, that's for lore, so you don't need to read it at all. With that said, I give this game a 6 out of 10 as a standalone. I give it a 4 out of 10 as a zombie game, and I give it a ironic 2 out of 10 as a Resident Evil 2 remake. Way to go, Capcom, you dropped the ball, you fucking idiots.